Hello and welcome back to my channel, and here we are back in Pioneer. This time we're going to be playing a Mardu Midrange deck. So let's have a look at it. So for our mana fixing, so we've got 2 Blood Crypt, 2 Clifftop Retreat, 4 Godless Shrine and 4 Isolated Chapel. Now we are playing predominantly black and white. So we do just have a splash of red, hence the lower amounts of lands with the red in them. Then we've got 3 Nomad Outpost, 2 Sacred Foundry, 2 Shambling Vent and 1 Castle Locthwain. Basic lands, we have 2 Mountain, 1 Plains and 2 Swamp. So for our removal package we've got 3 Fatal Push, 3 Vanishing Verse, 2 Dreadbore and 1 Murderous Rider. Now the biggest part of our removal can take care of Planeswalkers. The Vanishing Verse, however, can only take care of the monocoloured ones. Well, the Dreadbore and the Murderous Rider can take care of other ones. They can also all take care of any type of creature as well. Then we've got 4 Secure the Wastes. Now, as with the same as our Ors of Midrange, we are basically using the Secure the Wastes as possibly a stopgap between being able to cast our larger creatures, and also it's very good at coming up the board against the likes of Burn and Prowess decks. So we've got 3 Freezer's Retribution. I really enjoyed playing this card the last time we played it in the Ors of Midrange, so I've decided to include it in this as well. Now for our creature package, we've got 4 Desecration Demon, which also acts as a pseudo creature removal, depending if our opponent wants to sacrifice a creature to tap it. We've got 4 Butcher of the Horde, a great one, especially if we've got the likes of a lot of tokens in from Secure the Wastes. The turn it drops, we can sacrifice a creature and give it haste. And we've also got 4 Blood Baron of Vizkopa. It's a card I really like, with protection from black and white as well, and life gain. It helps out in a lot of situations. On to our Planeswalkers. So we've got 3 Gideon Alav Zendikar. Now this is to create extra bodies, pump the team with its emblem, and even attack. We've got 2 Sorin Solemn Visitors. The main ability we want to use for Sorin is +1 in gaining a lifelink for all our creatures. All our creatures can be quite large, so the life gain from Sorin can lead to big game swings. Obviously if we can get him up to his ultimate, he's -8, that's fantastic. Then we've got Omnixilus Reignited for some card draw, creature removal. Now on to the sideboard. So we've got 3 Deafening Silence against Blitz decks, or any kind of deck that is predominantly spell based. I have brought it in against some control decks, sometimes with some success, depending on the deck. 3 Rest in Peace against any graveyard shenanigans, 3 Thoughtseize against any control or combo decks, 3 Fracture for any problematic artifacts and enchantments, but it can double up and take out Planeswalkers as well, should they be a problem. And finally, 3 Damping Sphere. The last time we played there was a lot of Lotus Field decks, so I've included this just to combat those as well, along with the Deafening Silence. So, without further ado, let's get into it and see how we do. Hello and welcome back. We have a game here against Gil Morelli. We are on the play and that's going to be a keep. So we'll get the Blood Crypt out and tapped. So they play an Inspiring Vantage and get to the Lava Runner. So it looks like we're against either Red Aggro or Burn. Nomad Outpost. Mountain. And an Abbot of Kennel Keep. Revealing a Light Up the Stage. And get in for 1. Luckily I don't have the mana to play the Light Up the Stage. There's a Vanishing Verse, so we'll play the Mountain. We've got an Inspiring Vantage, a Wild Slash. and a Boros charm to our face. So we'll take out the Abbot of Keep with the Vanishing Verse. Take a bit less damage. They're going to get in for 2 with a Gitu Lava Runner. There's a Butcher. So we'll get the Desecration Demon out and get the big guy. Why on earth did they sack that? To the demon. There's another Lava Runner. It's got haste. Boros Charm. Wizard's Lightning. And what the heck? What is going on? They've sacked that again. They never even attacked. I don't think they've played against Desecration Demon before somehow. And so we'll get the Blood Baron out. So we'll take that as a win for us. Get in for 8. There's another Lava Runner. And they're going to get Luris. So they've not sacked anything for the Desecration Demon this time. So we won't pay the 2 life for the Sacred Foundry. We'll get Gideon out. We'll tick him up. Well, emblem him, I should say. They sacrifice the Lava Runner to the demon. We'll get in for 5, boost our life total. There's Luris. And they're going to play the Gitu again. No attacks with the Gitu. I don't understand why they're not attacking. It doesn't have to be untapped to sacrifice it. Anyway, we'll get the other Desecration Demon out. Only sacking 1. We'll get in for 5, they can't block. And we get the GG's. So we're going to bring in 3 Fracture. Just in case they bring in Rolling Vortex. Anything like that. We'll take out a Butcher of the Horde, Freezer's Retribution and a Blood Baron. So we'll keep that. Mountain, Lava Runner. Godless Shrine, tapped. Well, I should have put the Nomad Outpost, giving us all 3 mana. There's a Viashino Pyromancer. 2 damage to our dome. Gonna get in for 1. There's Lumnixilus. Play Mountain. And we will kill the Lava Runner. There's an Abbot. Monastery Swift Spear. We're going to play Mountain and get the Swift Spear out. Attack for 3. Things are not looking good because we're not going to play anything for another turn or 2 at least. Sacred Foundry. There's the Rolling Vortex. And a Wild Slash. So we're going to get hit for a big whack. So that's going to be 9. Well within burn range of most of their spells. Yep, that's us. So no changes to the deck as it stands just now. We'll keep in the fractures. There's one there, so we'll keep that. We'll play the Sacred Foundry tapped. We do need a bit more mana though. There's a mountain. And a Soulscar Mage. We've got the Dreadbore for that. There's a Nomad outpost, but we can Dreadbore the Soulscar Mage just now. Another mountain, and a Viational Pyromancer. So we can we'll put down the plains because we've got to secure the wastes. So we'll leave the mana up for that. I know it means unless we draw an untapped land, we can't play any of our other 4-drops next turn. There's a Rolling Vortex, so we've got to play for next turn if we need to with the Fracture. Another Soulscar Mage. Getting in with the Pyromancer, so we'll get to secure the wastes. No mana untapped, so we'll just block up there. Keeping one back. There's a swamp, so that's good. So we'll get the Butcher out. Probably followed by Sorin next turn. Well, it depends on what turns up. There's an Abbot. And it reveals a Pyromancer. I'm going to get an attack for 1. I think we'll take it, yes. It's a Nomad outpost. We've got to secure the waste. I think we'll leave the mana up for that. At the end of their turn. There's the Abbot. It reveals a Wizard's Lightning, which they do have the ability to cast, but it means they will tap out though. So we're going to get an attack with the Soulscar Mage. So we'll play a 3-point secure. I don't think we're going to block though. There's the Wizard's Lightning, so they do it to, don't know, they're doing it to the Desecrate, the Butcher, I should say. So they're going to shrink that. So that means they're tapped out, so we can get Sorin down. Damn, I haven't tapped the wrong land. Oh well. Get him for a big chunk of life. They're going to block 2 of them. So that takes us up to 23. Let's see what they play. There's a Boros Charm. And a Wizard's Lightning onto the Butcher. So they're going to kill that. And now they get into the face, or they're going after Sorin. To the face. So we'll fracture the rolling vortex. They've got a chance to spend that 1 red mana. They don't. So it means we can gain life. Unfortunately, we can't cast the Desecration Demon. We just drew. Get in for 4. We've got a push for the Soul Scar Mage. There's a lightning strike on one of the tokens. No attacks this turn. So we'll still push the Soul Scar Mage anyway. There's Gideon. But we'll play the Demon. Pump up. Tick up, I should say, and we'll get in for another 2. They've got nothing to sacrifice to the Demon. There's a rolling vortex. And a second rolling vortex. Okay, so I'm guessing we're going to get the GGs then. If not, they're going to kill themselves. There we go. We are up against Kevman91. That will be a keep. Let's hope we draw into something. So there's a Game Trail, Mountain Revealed. And an Elvish Mystic, so some kind of Gruul aggro. So another land, so we'll play the God's Shrine tapped. There's a Legion War Boss. Got in for 1, so there's a swamp. I should have played the Clifftop Retreat, then we could have dreadboard the War Boss. I'm going to take a big whack damage because of that. So they're going to get in now for 1, 6 instead of 2. We'll get rid of the War Boss now. Galea of the Endless Dance. So it means it's a card draw. They do discard, so they discard a Wild Slash. And we get a Llanowar Elves. There's a Blood Baron. So we'll get the Desecration Demon out, but I don't think it's going to make much difference, to be honest. Our last opponent seemed to have a bit of trouble with the Desecration Demon, so we'll see. There's a Glory Bringer. Didn't sack anything to the Desecration Demon. Don't know why, because let's face it, they would have beat us then. So we'll block the Glory Bringer. go down to 1. So if we play the Blood Baron, that'll block a 2-2. Even if they sack one of the 1/1s, I mean, we'd only take 3. We'd gain 4 life, so we'd still be alive. Tarkar's command, so nope, that's not going to do much. Okay, so no changes to the deck. I can't think of anything that we can bring in that would radically give us any kind of advantage. That's going to be a keep. We've got Secure the Waste there, hopefully we can use that to good advantage. There's a Forest. And a Mystic. There's a Vanishing Verse, so we've got that for a creature anyway. We could take out the Mystic. It might have slowed them down a bit. There's a War Boss. We'll definitely use it on that though. They'll get in for 1. Desecration Demon is a good body, but unfortunately they've got a lot of creatures to sack to it. It might have been an idea taking out the Mystic actually. Oh no, we've got more land. There's a War Boss again. So we're going to get in for 2. Do we take the 2? I'm going to play Secure the Waste, but do we take the 2 or do we hold off to block the War Boss? Well, as soon as we've already got them down, it's unlikely to attack with the War Boss anymore, so we might as well block. So we'll get the Demon out. They are going to have to sack one of the creatures they've got there just now to it, because it goes on the stack after the War Boss trigger. And there's a Glory Bringer. So that's not good, because that'll take down the Angel from the Retribution as well. So they sack Mystic. Get in with everything. I thought they might have put the counter on the Glory Bringer, to be honest, but take us down to 9. So we'll play Gideon. So it doesn't really matter what we play, because even if with the Retribution, I think this is game, to be honest. Could have done with some life gain, quite possibly. There's a Galea. Yeah, they've got plenty of stuff to sack to the Desecration Demon. And the Glory Bringer is more likely going to exert on the Knight Ally. Yep, it's been exerted. And we've got a Mentor trigger as well. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, here we are up against Mtgo. We are on the play, and I think that's going to be a keep. So we will... Oops. Make sure we get that land drop. Next main phase. So we'll play the Godless Shrine, tapped. Actually, we'll leave it untapped because of the fatal push. Let's see what we're up against. So, Forest, Hardened Scales. I think that answers our question. It's a Hardened Scales deck. We could Vanishing Verse on the Hardened Scales if we wanted. There's Swamp. They've got a Glint Sleeve Siphoner, so we'll push that. There's a Desecration Demon. Play the Godless Shrine, we'll play that tapped. Hold up the Vanishing Verse. A Woodland Cemetery and Nisa. Yeah, I'd rather take out Nisa than the Hardened Scales with the Vanishing Verse. They're going to create a token. So we'll exile Nisa. There's another Sorin. So we'll pay the 2 life and we'll get the demon down. They're going to sack anything. Because we seem to have had people with trouble with the Desecration Demon. The same as we had people with the Archangel Ties. It's not a card that's played a lot, so I can understand why they would get perplexed by it. No sacks to the demon, so they understand what the demon is all about. Blood Crypt. Tap, so we'll get down the Frisia. Retribution. Get a nice wee angel. And they're going to have a removal spell for it though. And saying that if they had a removal spell, they probably would have got rid of the Desecration Demon. So. They sack anything to the demon. Yep, they sack the plant token. There's a Murderous Cut. So we have a push to go with it. Clear the bottom up, we've got another Rakdos Cackler. No attacks. So we'll get down the Isolated Chapel and play a Sorin. Tick up Sorin. Get in for 5 with the Angel. Now we could hold off and block with it, but I'm going to actually tap it to kill one of the Rakdos Cacklers. Mainly just in case they end up with a removal spell and we wouldn't be able to block any. Just like that, there's a push. So we would have definitely lost Sorin then if we hadn't done that. So that's going in on Sorin. Overgrown Tomb tapped. And we draw a mountain. So create a 2-2. Play the mountain and play the other Sorin. Tick up the Sorin. So they have another removal spell for this creature. Did the top deck one. Gonna get in for 3. And they did. Murderous cut. So Sorin's going to take 3. Yep. So let's see what we draw. We'll draw something. Oh, we got a Desecration Demon there, that's good. So we'll get that out. Tick up Sorin again. Hopefully they'll top deck another removal. There's another Rakdos Cackler. And they sack 1 to the demon. Gonna get in on Sorin to kill Sorin, okay. There's a Butcher. So we'll go to attack first. You're gonna sack that last creature? Nope. So we'll get in for 7. And then we'll play the Butcher. And we get the GG's. So we're going to bring in the 3 Fracture here for the Hardened Scales and Nissa. And we'll take out 1 Butcher, a Fragile Retribution and a Blood Baron. I think that'll be a mulligan. We'll keep that, we've got a few removal. We'll put back the Secure. There's a Forest. And a Hardened Scales. So hopefully we'll get some land. That's all we really need now. This is a Desecration Demon, so we'll get into the Swamp. So we can hold up the Fatal Push. There's a Woodland Cemetery. And an Experiment one. So we'll definitely push the Experiment one, because we don't want that getting counters on it. It can be a bit of a nightmare to kill when they regenerate. So we'll get this mountain down so we can hold up Dreadbore. Grakmaw. I think we will Dreadbore the Grakmaw. That way it can't grow. I know they're going to get a token to it. But if we get down the Desecration Demon next turn, it means they're able to sack the Grakmaw and still get the token anyway. This means they've only got the Hydra to sacrifice now. And they might not want to do that. So they're going to get in for 4. There's a lost legacy. I'm going to take Desecration Demon. That's annoying. We've got to secure the waste anyway, so we can use that to come up the board a bit. There's a Sacred Foundry. We'll pay the 2 life, and we'll hold up the secure. We could get Gideon down, but there's a very good chance we could end up losing him just in case they've got a removal spell. There's a Scrounging Bandar. We're going to get in for another 4. So we will secure for 3. Damn, misclick. Meant to block the Crackmaw. Overgrown Tomb. Untapped. So what we're holding up. So we'll get down the Blood Baron, and maybe a Hero's Downfall. Can't target the Blood Baron. I've not seen him play Hero's Downfall, so I don't know. Going to move any counters? Nope. There's another Lost Legacy. And they're going to take Sorin this time. Not as much life gain this time for me. Well, luckily we never had Sorin in our hand. Get a Nomad Outpost. Get down Gideon. Surprised they didn't take Gideon though. Seeing as how they knew we had Gideon in our hand. Create a 2-2. So that might be more relevant than Sorin. Okay, the life gain from Sorin can be annoying. I'm going to move a counter over this time. Nope. So, let's see what we draw. We've got another Gideon. No, well, +1 and make a 5-5. Just keep up the pressure. Attack with a 5. I could attack with the Blood Baron as well. But they would just block with the Scrounging Bandit, and they've got a card in hand, and I don't know what that is. We're going to move a counter over this time into the Hydra. There's an Inspiring Call. And we get GG's. Okay, here we are up against Dagnir 7879. We are going to keep that. Godless Shrine out untapped because we've got a Fatal Push. Fabled Passage and a Swamp. So there's a Vanishing Verse. So we'll get out the Shambling Vent. What are they playing? There's a Castle Locklane, Metallic Mimic. So it's some kind of tribal deck. There's zombies. Okay, we can push the Mimic. We need some red mana. We've got a Vanishing Verse for next turn. We do need some more mana though. And there's a Lord of the Accursed. So we'll get a secure vanishing verse on that. Crypt Breaker. And a Relentless Dead. So there's a Swamp. So we can hold up to secure the wastes. There's another Lord of the Accursed. So we're going to get in for 5. Yep. So we'll create two tokens. Now we could block both of them. I don't think there's much point in that. So we'll double block the Crypt Breaker. Take out the Crypt Breaker. That'll take out some of their card draw. There's a Godless Shrine. So we'll play that untapped and play out the Freezer's Retribution. Let's see if they've got a removal for it. And they do, there's a Hero's Downfall. So they're going to get in for 5. Take us down to 8. There's a Fatal Push. We don't have any red mana. Red mana would have been good because we could have got rid of both of them. Both of the creatures then. Get rid of the bigger ones and then Relentless Dead. Unfortunately, I'm going to get back Crypt Breaker. There's a Diregraph Colossus. I'm getting him for 4. Godless Shrine, so no, we're not able to do anything else. So make no changes to the deck. I can't think of anything that would help. Maybe apart from Rest in Peace. We'll keep that. You get 2 Blood Barons there, so that'll be quite good against a mono black deck. Although it would depend if we can get up that high. We only get 2 land, which is the only troubling part. There's an Isolated Chapel, so we can hold up a Vanishing Verse now. More importantly, it's another land. They play a Plains and a Metallic Mimic. Naming Zombie. There's another land, Godless Shrine, so we'll play that and we'll Swift End on Metallic Mimic. Fabled Passage, probably going to get another Swamp. And another Metallic Mimic. We've got to secure the Waste. So we'll play the Shambling Vent and hold up the Secure. Actually, we'll play the Murderous Rider. Another Fabled Passage. And a Relentless Dead. Humiliate. They take the Vanishing Verse. Why? Why would they not take the Blood Baron? I thought the Blood Barons would have been a much bigger deal given them pro-black. Given they have pro-black. There's a Swamp, so we'll get one of the Blood Barons out. Let's face it, I think I'd rather face off against one Blood Baron rather than two. Unless they've got some kind of another Humiliate or something like that. If they don't, we'll get the other Blood Baron out next turn. There's another Metallic Mimic. And another Metallic Mimic. So any zombies they're going to have coming into play are going to be big. And I get +3/+3. Or 3+1/+1 tokens. Yep, we'll get the other Blood Baron out. There's a Dargraf Colossus. Play the Shambling Vent. And we'll get the Freezer's Retribution out. So do they have a removal spell for the Retribution? There's another Fabled Passage. Dark Salvation on... Okay, what just happened there? I think they've misplayed it. We get the GG's there. We've got no changes once again. That was a very strange ending to the game. So we'll keep that. Going to be a bit slow, but that's our only problem. There's a Sacred Foundry. So we'll play a Nomad Outpost. They don't have anything on the battlefield at the moment. There's a Swamp and a Metallic Mimic. So we can kill the Mimic at least. There's a Secure the Wastes. So we'll get the other Nomad Outpost out and we'll kill the Mimic. So unless we draw anything better, we've got to say Secure the Waste for 2 next turn. There's a Wayward Servant. And a Crypt Breaker. I'm going to drain again. There's a Freezer's Retribution. So play the Sacred Foundry, untapped. Holding up Secure. There's a Silver Quill Command. We're going to return a Mimic and give the Cryptbreaker +3/+3. So, guess it will be blocking the Servant then rather than the Cryptbreaker. We'll still take 4. So I'll double block the Servant. Play the other Sacred Foundry, untapped. We'll play the Butcher rather than the Retribution. Retribution, the Angel can die to pretty much any removal. The Butcher won't die to Fatal Push, at least unless they're able to sacrifice something. There's a Relentless Dead. And Humiliate. So they're going to take the Freezer's Retribution, so I'm guessing they don't actually have a removal spell then. Oh, no they don't, because they don't have any cards left in their hand. No attacks. There's a Demon. So we'll get the big guy down. Although it does turn on Fatal Push for them, that's the only thing. If they draw one, that is. There's a Lord of the Accursed. Sacks to the Demon. I don't think they really needed to do that, but they got in for 4 there. We should be dead next turn because of the Lord. Get Sorin out. And take up Sorin. So they're going to sacrifice the Relentless Dead. Get back to Wayward Servant. Yeah, so if they tap to give their creatures menace, we just scoop. Liliana. Okay, Liliana's Mastery. So what they want to kill us by draining and gaining now? Or have they just completely missed the ability of Lord of the Accursed? We'll have to pay the 2 life. We're in a rather squeaky bum time here. Especially if they notice the ability in Lord of the Accursed, which they seem to have forgotten about at the moment. Yeah. Sacrifice one of their tokens. So we need the life, so we're going to have to attack for 6. It makes no difference. It's saying that if we'd kept back the Butcher and with the Blood Baron, unless of course they had a removal spell. Tapping the crit. Okay, they're gonna drain us again. I am completely lost as to what's going on. We should be dead. They've got to have forgotten about the ability of Lord of the Accursed. Unless they're just playing with us. So we'll Emblem Gideon. Take up Sorin. they sacrifice to the demon again. So we'll get in for 13. Up to 20. Another wayward servant. Most they can swing for is 16. They needed another, like, lord. We get the GGs. So how did we do overall? Well, we went 3-1, but it was a rather precarious 3-1. There's a good chance we should have lost against the Burn and the Zombies deck. I think this was a combination between either opponent not really understanding Desecration Demon and forgetting about some of the abilities on their cards. In the end, a win is a win, but it does impact the deck slightly, and how good it may actually be. So for any changes, well, to be honest, I can't really think of anything to change. I mean, the deck seems to float in the area of being able to work and not work at times. Possibly take out the Freezer's Retribution, include a lower value creature, maybe some like a Goblin Rabble Master or the other one that comes in, creating a 1-1 Goblin, but it can also pump up when it attacks as well. I can't for the life of me remember what name it is. I know we've played against it in this video, but the name of it escapes me. I'm sure you'll all tell me in the comments below. Anyway, so we can take it to Freezer's Retribution possibly for them. Sideboard, to be honest, we never really used much. Sideboard is of course situational depending on where you play and the meta in your area. So if there's any changes I would make to the sideboard for Magic Online, I'm not so sure. And I'd maybe include Devout Decrees or Noxious Grasps into the sideboard. Possibly Necromantia as well. But other than that, I enjoyed playing the deck. I just don't feel it's quite good enough though. We got lucky, and in the end, as they say, a win counts, no matter how you win. But I think if I was to play a deck something similar again, I would have to make some changes. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest, what those changes would be, but thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.
Thank you for watching. I hope to see you again soon. YouTube is showing you a couple of videos you might like. Comment down below. Remember to give a big thumbs up and subscribe. Bye!